in the region. Uganda has talked, in fact, the front page of the Daily Monitor is purely about what this election means for Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. The same question was being asked on the front page of the Citizen in Tanzania. What does this US election mean to Tanzania? In Kenya, we talk about probably just how exciting the election is, but definitely even Kenyans would want to know, what does this election mean to Kenya? Yes, it's occupying the front pages of Taifa Leo and the biggest daily we have, Daily Nation. Bwana Hashi, let's start from there.
Well, I think that every country on earth, including China, which is as powerful as the United States, is watching this election very keenly, because the United States has tremendous impact on the global political economy. That's the nexus of how economics and politics interchange with each other. Now, you know that there are wars in Europe, there's wars in the Middle East. Just yesterday, you saw that the director of the CIA and some other senior military intelligence officers came to see President Ruto. That is a sign that there is a qualitative difference between the relationships we as Africans have and what Europe and say China have with the United States. The United States sees us at the very bottom of their political and economic agenda, because we are unable to see the wisdom of them being called the United States. So we are unable to bring together even East Africa to create a common market for ourselves with about 250 million people, so that we can do trade, reduce the boundaries, have a common currency, and end this nonsense of living in countries of 30 million and 40 million. So I think that currently the United States is a hegemon. It is a superpower. Its economy is about $30 trillion US. And that's just the formal GDP. What the United States has influences is that it's the world's policeman. And one of the major issues that are being discussed in the election debate, which is going to influence the United States election, is the genocide that's going on in Gaza. And I call it a genocide because it's one. Every human being, whatever your religious faith, and you can see what's happening there, and how the United States is just unjustifiably supporting one of the contenders for power over there, particularly Israel. There is no cry about Ukraine. You know, when they speak about the conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis, it's a one-way street discussion. But the one on Ukraine is a completely different one. You remember in Ukraine, they were chasing us Africans out of Poland into railways. They were not allowing us to leave the conflict zone. So you know that one of the candidates here, Mr. Trump, has called us a word that I cannot use on TV. It would be irresponsible for me to use that kind of word.
Are you worried that if Trump comes back, that kind of sentiment from a Republican president would change the fortunes for Africa?
I think Africans will only change their fortunes when they do things for themselves, and to end this kind of dependence on Americans and Europeans. It puts us square in the middle of something called neo-colonialism. We in Kenya kicked out the colonials after they oppressed us. And after we kicked them out, we did not divide up the shambas or even make one big shamba so that we could get a huge corporation to produce pineapples. We gave it to Del Monte, which comes from another country. So our political class in this country, kowtows to the American state and American power. We don't have a vision to try and kill unemployment, create manufacturing base, and create a regional economy that's going to give kids jobs. And I think Donald Trump is going to win the election. He's going to beat Kamala Harris. That's my opinion. And very small amount of people think that. I'm one of them. I think the reason why they're going to he's going to win is that the Americans are not ready to elect a biracial black Indian woman as president. I don't think they're ready.
They said the same thing about Barack Obama, that yes, they were not ready to elect a black man president.
Yes, I agree. Everybody was shocked. But the thing was that Barack Obama is an establishment fellow.
Okay.
He was clearly a man of the party, and he came for 2 terms, and he was elected in landslides because he was produced by the system. Okay. Kamala is also, I'm just going to end, Kamala is also is a person from the system. But unless white, college-educated women come out in force to help her win, I don't think she'll win.
Right. Bwana Gakuya, we've seen the kind